Hello students, today we will discuss type of TDMs. So first one is multi-slot TDM, multi-slot time division multiplexing. In this diagram, we have total 4 sources. Among these 4 sources, one need 50 kbps and other 3 need 25 kbps. So, if we decide the time slot, if we decide the unit that can be shared from each device, that will be 25 kbps. So, 25 kilobits. So, here the 50 kbps line is divided into two 25 kbps lines. So, this is called multiple slot multiplexing. Next one is pulse stuffing. Pulse stuffing means if the data rate of each device is not same. Let first device has data rate 50 kbps, second 50 kbps and third is 46 kbps. So 46 kbps is not a unit that can be shared. If we consider 50 kilobits as a time slot of a frame, then we need to consider here again 50 kbps and the extra bits, the 4 bits, 4 kilobits will be just stuffed only to make the time slots equal. So sometimes the bit rate of the sources are not multiple integer of each other, neither multi-level nor multi-slot technique can be applied. So we use 46 means 4 bits, 4 kilobits can be stuffed by blank symbols, and this is called pulse stuffing. Next one is in question, numerical question. A multiplexer combine 4 100 kbps channels using a time slot of 2 bit. The time shared or the bit shared from each device is 2 bits. Show the output with 4 arbitrary inputs. What is the frame rate, what is the frame duration, what is the bit rate and what is the bit duration. So students, 4 channels are there. So minimum bandwidth, minimum speed we need, that is 400 kbps. If each device share 2 bits at a time, there are 4 devices, it means total bits in a frame are 8 bits. Total bits in a frame are 8 bits and total data rate that we need from a link is 400 kbps. So number of frames we can easily compute the data rate required for 400 kbps and divide by the size of the frame, 8 bits. The picture makes it clear. 100 kbps each source speed and the length need to be 400 kbps. As 2 bits are placed in a frame, so at a time 2 bits means 8 bits, the size of the frame is 8 bit. If we divide the data rate of link, that is 400 kbps divided by 8, the number of frames comes, that is 50,000 frames per second. Next question was frame duration. If 50,000 frames can be transmitted in 1 second, then how much time will be consumed to transmit one frame? That will be 1 by 50,000, that is 20 milliseconds. So this was the question. Numerical question may be asked in some MNC's entrance exam or in government exam. Next one is synchronization bits. Synchronization bits means if the transmission is not according to the clock or sometime there is no synchronized concept between sender and receiver end. So to differentiate one frame from another frame, if first frame is coming, then second is coming, how the receiver device will differentiate. So we use a synchronization bit, that is either 1 or 0. In this example, frame 1, it is having bit 1 as a synchronization bit. In frame 2 it is 0, in frame 3 it is 1, and if it is have frame 4, then it will be 0. So alternate bits will be assigned as a synchronization bit to alert the receiver that new frame is coming. So numericals, you practice for these, answers are given. If you have any problem, you may ask. Next one is DSLR key that we people are using nowadays in telephone. So nowadays we are using telephone with this type of concept. As a human being, our voice that is generated by the telephone device is 400 kbps. Pulse code modulation convert this 400 kbps, this analog data into digital data. PCM, pulse code modulation, is a technique to convert analog data into digital data. Your voice is converted into bits. So 4 kbps is converted into 64,000 kbps per second. And how it comes? 4 kbps, sorry, 4 kilohertz voice is sampled in 8,000 samples. 8,000 samples, each sample is represented by 8 bit. So the speed is 64 kbps or 64,000 bit per second. So how they have written here, 64 kbps means if one DS0 is the end line, that is the user line, 24 user data is combined and then pass on DS1 level. DS1 level speed is 1.544. If we calculate 64 into 24, the number will not come 1.544. It will be something lesser than 14 something. So this extra speed we need for the synchronization bit. With each frame there is a synchronization bit. Same way, 4 DS1 lines combined on DS2 and further 7 DS2 lines are combined on DS3 and further 6 DS3 lines are combined on DS4. This is the last and DS5 is not in your digital hierarchy. Further, we have different standards, DS and T line rates. DS1 carry 24 channels, DS2 carry 96 channel data, DS3 carry 672 users data and DS4 carry 4032 users data. So this was the digital hierarchy, and the another standard that we are using in India, that is E lines. E1 carry 30 voice channels, E2 line 120 channels, E3 line 480 channels and E4 line 1920 channels. So 1920 users data is carried on E4 line of TDM. So this concept is used in telephone hierarchy. Next one is multiplexing and inverse multiplexing. Inverse multiplexing means where we need inverse multiplexing. Students, for example, there is a video conference, there is some video conference means images and audio. So images and audio, and sometimes it has some text also. So one high speed line is divided into multiple slow speed lines. We have here 4 lines. Suppose one line is for voice, one line for image, one line for audio, one line for text, and some another one line for some other concept. If we consider the example of video conference, the voice is transmitted through other lines, images are transferred through other lines, and the text is passed through very slow speed lines. So at the inverse demultiplexer end, one high speed line, all the images, voice are combined, and this is the reason you find whenever there is a video conference, image come first, voice comes later. So inverse TDM is used in video conferences, and it is mostly used with the optical fiber. At some at up to some point, optical fiber is used, and further these optical fiber data is further passed to the slow speed lines. So this was the multiplexing concept. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the group.